best known as Dr. Tyra, and she has a wonderful campaign that's out right now to increase the ranks of Black nurses, not only here in Chicago, but nationwide. Dr. Tyra, a pleasure to have you join us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time out to learn more about our Count Me In campaign. I appreciate the efforts for this.
And it's well deserved, because when you look at the delivery of healthcare in this country, we are facing critical shortages of trained health professionals, especially at the nurse level and especially at the level that you are at, a nurse practitioner, which pretty much assumes the duties of doctors. Talk to me about how you began your trek to becoming a nurse practitioner.
Well, my nursing education began here at a local community college in Chicago.
Which one?
And I was Kennedy King College.
Kennedy King College has produced I worked at Kennedy King College.
Yes.
They produce so many Black nurses. It is incredible.
Yes, and I had such wonderful instructors who encouraged me to become a lifelong learner. And I began there. I earned my associate's degree and continued with my bachelor's degree, my master's degree, my doctoral degree. And then I went back and earned my certification as a family nurse practitioner, and actually had an opportunity to go and lead the very school that trained me. So I was a director at Kennedy King College. So I have done every level of nursing, and I've seen a lot. And I know that it is so important that we address the nursing shortage. A lot of times people think about, oh, well, it's at the bedside, but it actually begins in the classroom. If we don't have nurse educators to educate the students, we don't have nurses at the bedside. So when we hear nursing shortage, the shortages is that we don't have teachers to teach our students to become those nurses that meet your family as well as individuals at the door when they're caring for their sick loved one.
What does this say about us as a society in terms of, if you are fortunate to have good health insurance, even then you still have to wait? If you miss a doctor's appointment, you have to wait literally sometimes a half a year to a year to get an appointment rescheduled for something that may ail you and that can have your health system be compromised because of that wait. What brings this about? You're an expert in urban healthcare delivery. Talk about that.
It's a healthcare disparity. Just like in any health field, there is a shortage. And so that's why there's long waits. That's why it takes us almost a whole year. When you schedule your year physical, you're asking, can I get the appointment for next year at the same time? Because there's a lot of moving parts. We don't have enough people to take care of us. And unfortunately, we're getting prioritize. Older. and we don't prioritize. We prioritize some of the things that probably shouldn't be prioritized. I believe that the pandemic demonstrated full well the importance of health, and now we're so many years removed, and it's like we've forgotten. I shouldn't say that many. We haven't been that many years removed, but it's like we're forgotten. We have fallen back into the same scenario of just not prioritizing our health. Health is wealth. It's so important that people know their numbers. I know that this is Mental Health Awareness Month. People need to know what their mental health numbers are as well, just as important as your hypertension numbers, your glucose. What is your A1C? How much do you weigh? What is your BMI? Those numbers play an important part in your health. And if you don't know them and you're not aware of them, and you don't understand the importance of taking care of yourself, then you learn about it, and now you're in a critical way, as opposed to something that probably could have been worked on months prior.
Dr. Tyra, you've done it all in terms of nursing. Here you are, a licensed nurse practitioner, assuming many of the services that you can find at a doctor's office. I want to know, why is this so critical to you? You're a teacher, you're a giver, you're somebody that inspires, a mentor to young nurses and old nurses alike. Why have you decided to dedicate your life to instilling a desire of lifelong learning, but more importantly, a desire to heal our communities?
Well, one of my priorities is that I never forgot where I came from.
And where did you come from?
Student.
Make it plain.
I grew up on the south side of Chicago. I was a single parent with a son looking at me, and I knew I had to make my life better for him. And my son has a master's in public health and has done well in his life, and I have a daughter who has a graduate degree as well. So I had never forgot where I came from. And then the students that I taught and the patients that I see, they look like me. They remind me of where I came from. And so it's important. Someone told me you can make it, and I had the nerve to believe it. And I believe in passing that information on to others. You can make it. One thing that I am known for saying is never underestimate the power of determination. It will take you places you never dreamed of. And it does. You never know what you're made of until you're faced with it, and you can make it. And that's why I have such a passion, because I never forgot. I had those people that told me, despite whatever decisions that I made, my life wasn't over. I can still produce and continue to be a great contributor to this society. And so that's why I am so involved in this campaign and involved in nursing education, and I operate as a mentor. I hear from past students who are currently my colleagues now, and really excited about what they're accomplishing. They notify me and share with me, I'm this, I'm that. And it's a wonderful thing that you got an opportunity to contribute to that.
And give us more information, not only about your office, but also about the Count Me In campaign.
So the Count Me In campaign is designed for all of us to participate. You can go to drtyra.org and find the Count Me In campaign. We're selling T-shirts, and each one of these shirts contributes to scholarships dollars for students. As I said before, nursing school is expensive. Textbooks are expensive. You can't imagine a student entering their first semester of school and the textbooks are $2,500. Yes, I said $2,500. But these resources are needed so students can be well prepared to take care of us when we enter into the healthcare system. So we utilize a variety of different technology and tools. It's not just a book anymore and a study guide. These resources have Oculus and virtual reality and technology and online resources, and those things are expensive. So through the Count Me In campaign, and I'm praying that everyone will contribute to this. You can find it on drtyra.org. Help us get this word out. We're doing scholarship for students where they get a book scholarship. It doesn't have a grade point average. We ask students to do a 1-minute video to share why are you a candidate for the Count Me In campaign through the drtyra.org scholarship fund. And that's it, and that's all. And we're sending out funds to students because it is our responsibility and it is my duty to ensure that we educate the future generation, and it's within our hands.
We are a better community because of that selflessness that you employ. I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me. Stay well.